the activity that I chose to do was one of my favorites from the building comprehensions section. It's called Four Corners Carousel. And what you do, and there's different ways to do this based on students' ability, if it's online versus in person. Honestly, I think it's very beneficial either way. But Four Corners Carousel is able to be done with all grades, K through 12th grade. So the first thing that you do, and in the actual activity, if it's in person, you're going to want a fairly large poster board to do this. I only have a blank piece of paper, which you can do if you want. If you're doing online, have each student get a blank piece of paper and they can do it by themselves. You would want a lot more sentence stems and a lot more clear instruction because they will be by themselves. But the first thing that you do is you're going to want to divide your paper or poster board into 4 sections like this, okay? The next thing that you're going to want to do is label each of the boxes, because there will be something different for each of the boxes. In the upper left, well, I guess it's right on camera, but this is the upper left section, and it's going to say illustration, or just making a picture. So I'll put /picture. In the lower left corner, it's going to be definition. So the students are going to give a definition for each of the words. And then upper right corner will be a proper sentence using the given vocabulary word. And then the last box, which is your lower right, is going to be the actual vocabulary word. And the groups that the students are working in, this teacher doesn't want to put all the lower students in one group, middle and another, and all the high students in the next. You're going to want to make sure that all the students are mixed together. So you might have some low students, you might have high. You just want to make sure that everyone is getting the necessary instruction and the necessary help that they need. And then again, the teacher will provide a vocabulary for each group, and you're going to want to pre-plan the groups and pre-plan the word. So say my word is flexible, and that's about a 2nd or 3rd grade vocabulary word. So I would put the word flexible in this corner, and then I would probably want to do the definition next so that I know about what my illustration or picture is going to look like and what kind of sentence I'm going to write. So the definition of flexible could be something like able to move in different ways, or able to change quickly. So let's say we're going to do able to change quickly. So I'll just write it, able to change quickly. Oh, that's not how you spell quickly. Quickly. So I put that in the definition portion. And then think about what kind of picture I want. So if it's able to change quickly or slowly or whatever, you might be able to think of like a snake. Snakes are flexible. They're able to coil up and they're able to slither like this. So that's a good picture for flexible. So I'm going to draw a picture of a snake. And then gotta draw a tongue. So that is my snake. All right, and then I have to think of a sentence, and it could go with the picture as well. So I could, let's say I do that. I have to have the word flexible in this sentence though. So you can put, as snakes move, you can tell that they are flexible. So I'm gonna put that as snakes move, they become flexible. Perfect. And again, I put that in the sentence portion. So the next thing, if you were to be doing this in person, you would put up each group's poster on the wall, and then you're going to do something very similar to a gallery walk. So each group is going to be given a certain amount of post-it notes, and they are going to go around to each of the posters. They will be given a sentence frame. So it can be, where did I write it? So the students would be given these post-it notes. They go around to each of the posters, and they are able to leave only one comment on each poster for each of the groups. And a sentence frame if the students are kind of struggling to come up with something to put. A sentence frame that you could use would be like, we agree with your, and you can put either picture, sentence, definition, because blank. And then another one, you could use another idea for your picture, definition, or sentence would be, and then they would put what they think a better idea would be. So it's very much interactive, and the students are able to learn from each other's posters. If they don't quite know what the definition of a word would be, that would be really helpful. So it's just using a specific word in a lot of meaningful and repetitive ways, which, as we know, helps students learn faster, and they're able to comprehend it for a larger amount of time.